I come home, bro. What it is, Cat Island ain't doing you too good.
This is Zuma, but this ain't no Cat Island, man. Ain't no Cat Island.
Whatever.
Yeah. I can get one laptop in short order though, so that can be straight. I know.
All right. Well, welcome to the 2 for 2 podcast. I am your host, Rivers. I'm here today with my good friend and co-host, Davies. Davies, what's up?
Right here, bro. What's good with you?
I'm good. Yeah, we are joined here today by a very special guest. She's multifaceted, talented in many ways. Singer,
very beautiful guest as well.
Yeah, singer, songwriter, very beautiful. She's a dancer as well, I think. You dance, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Fire dancing. Yeah, she's world renowned. She's a good buddy. Well, she's a good buddy of mine. Dwanae Shante. How you doing?
Hi, thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Glad you're here.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Yes. How you been doing? Like, what's good? What's going on with you?
So far, so great. I mean, these are some trying times, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Right. You're right about that. How you staying sane? How you keeping busy during quarantine? Like what you been up to? What's good with you?
Ironically, right? I would say this quarantine thing don't get to me because naturally this is how I live. I don't really like to, if I don't have to, I don't go outside.
So this don't feel so.
This is like introverts.
Regular life.
Like you could actually go outside and people are not out there.
Yeah, but we really seeing who the real introverts is now. Though.
Exactly, right?
We really seeing who the real introverts is now. But I mean, to me, I guess.
And like, I say the people that are complaining, saying, well, I mean, where they suppose that they're introverts, but no, they can't take it.
Yeah. Only thing.
That's another thing too.
Right. It's stopping a lot of things business-wise. That's the only thing for me. Other than that, I could give a fuck. Would open. I mean, not to sound like that, but I mean, like, in terms of me going anywhere, I don't really care for going too much places.
Yeah.
I ain't too big on that anyway, but yeah, it's been so like you working on some more music. By the way, for everyone that's watching and listening at home, she is a Bahamian artist, musician. She has a few songs on iTunes. One called Down. One is Touch Me. I think you just released that recently. Mm-hmm. Right. Are you doing any music videos for that single?
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. Supposed to be in motion right now, but you can't do nothing right now. So I look out for that one.
Yeah, we definitely gotta look out for that. I'll be excited for it. I watched I saw your Down video. Mm-hmm. I love the quality in that. Like, tell me a little bit about
something different.
Huh?
Hey, everyone, go check it out. Go check out the Down video for sure. For sure, it's a good watch for sure.
Yes,
plus the music is A1.
Yeah,
A1. So, even though I don't like how she treating the dudes in the video, but it's an A1 song.
Yeah, I can fuck with it. Yeah.
Females can relate. Sometimes y'all deserve that.
Oh, we could get into that a little later. We could get into that. But yeah, the video was great. I enjoyed it.
I appreciate it.
Tell me, like, the process of, like, what's your mindset, I guess, when you're shooting a video or like just working with other Bahamian artists? Like, how does that?
Okay, well, the Down music video actually, like I said, the song was out a while, circulating around. And I've been wanting to do a video for it. I tried before, but I didn't get the visuals that I wanted. So we reshot it. Mm-hmm. And even the one that's out now is still not how it's supposed to be, but I'm satisfied with the quality. Because I feel like for my very first music video, I had to like make sure everything was like nice. Because it's something that I feel like a lot of people was waiting to see.
Right.
So I was trying to give it a little storyline to not be like just a basic video. I feel like videos now should have like a little something behind it. You know what I mean?
They should, especially, not to cut you. Well, go ahead.
I don't what you were saying. So tell me.
especially here, like in our culture as Bahamian, I think we should take it to a more diverse level other than like just the backyard party type of video which you
Gotta
speaking
take
about.
it more serious, bro. That's all it
Right.
is. Just be serious about your craft and your work that you're putting out there, everyone to see.
Yeah.
Right.
That's something I want to get into later on about like the industry over here. But continue what you were saying about.
Okay. Yeah, with the video, so I wanted to make sure that, it was quality. As a Virgo, I like details is a big thing for me. Like if one thing is off, you scrapping the whole thing, period.
Right.
But I'm happy that I got a nice visual. Gotta send a big shout out to I am Ash. She's a videographer from here. The only person like really holding it down in Freeport.
Right.
A big shout out to her, and also big shout out to Tunda. That is the male model, sorry, in the video. And he
Right.
was so good. Because, like, let me tell you, I had a guy set, the guy canceled on me, like the
Mm-hmm.
day of the shoot. So, like, I was scrambling around trying to find people. And I actually have a song with him. Him and his brother, they make music. They're called the Gittins Brothers, right?
The guy that was in the
All right.
video you're talking
And
about?
he's a
Okay.
rapper. So I just randomly asked him because I wasn't even sure if he was gonna say yes, but I was like, I need you. Like I ain't giving you an option to say no.
Right.
And we make it happen. I just tell him what to wear and he come and he do his thing. He was acting like I was like, damn, I didn't know you do this for real.
Yeah, that
So
was
You say you gotta take the work serious. You gotta appreciate that for sure. For
definitely
sure, for
I
sure.
really did. I really did. I feel like I was happy with what I had, but I really wanted a more extensive storyline, you
yeah.
know?
But your acting skills up there too though.
You think so?
Yeah, it was believable.
Yeah.
It was
Pouring
very
up
believable.
champagne and thing.
Yeah, I see you. I see you. I
Yeah,
see you.
I
That's
said on the
that's
chair, I said, okay, well, let's drink, buddy.
Yeah. I see you got another. I see you got another video too. I think with Brian. What's his name? Brian Camp.
Yeah, that's a guy from, he is from Miami, but he has like I think either a Cuban or Mexican background or something like that. He does like rap, Spanish music,
Mm.
getting into the soca thing. Uh, Big shout out to iFocus Visuals. I think by I don't want to mess up his name. Sharad, I think is his name.
Yeah, I know Sherrod. Yeah.
He shot that, and it was really nice. I had fun.
Right.
Uh, with that record, I kind of switched it up with some Spanish because he was Spanish, and in my
Mhm.
verse, I like just kind of try to switch it up to just show like the I can do that too. Like I could be diverse.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
we shot that in Cable Beach at this Airbnb suite. It had like a um a
Yeah.
hot tub like over the ocean. It was so cool. It was really nice.
I
So
know that. I know that spot. You don't gotta tell
uh,
me. That's my place. This is my
Don't
city.
expose yourself on this, bro.
Hey, listen to me. I here to be transparent, all right, buddy.
I feel you. I feel you, bro. But you can't really give out all the little secret stuff.
Someone got to take this podcast to the next level.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that I like that video too. That was a really dope one as well. You have a next,
holding and that was A1 too. Was really nice.
right? Sharad is a good videographer. Shout out to Sharad. He's really
Who sure
good.
out there is camera?
Yeah. You know Sharad. Man.
I know he's doing little pictures and things, but I didn't know he's doing videos. That's
Yeah.
hype, bro. Yeah, shout out Sherrod. What's going on, bro?
So, where do you see yourself like in the future in terms of music? Is this like just a hobby for you? Is it something like you see yourself just making a career out of? Where do you see yourself?
In a few years, I would say I would want to see myself making my way, you know, I would say worldwide because I feel like you speak things into existence. Who knows? A few years after this, I could play this back and be right where I say I want to be
Mhm.
right here. So I'm not gonna like downplay it. It's something I always wanted to do. To be honest, I always was a dancer. First
Mhm.
of all, like after school, I would always sing, but I didn't think I had like a voice. I just used to make noise.
Mm.
After school, you happy to be out of school. I love music, listen to music, and I just make a noise in the neighborhood. And like when I came out of school, I wrote my first song was like a dancehall song, like because I always love reggae and dancehall music.
Right.
I just started to switch it up and because I realized I could like do a little bit of everything. So that's what I was like trying to do. But I would say in a few years, I expect to see myself making my way around, doing what I got to do. More collabs with maybe a few Jamaican artists, hopefully some in the US, also in other places. I want to, you know, kind of be the one to try and open that door for the rest of the Bahamian artists that are trying. So I feel like nobody really had that big break yet where they on a
Right.
where they could actually, okay, let me go home and find a hot talent and actually put them on. I feel like
Right.
we need that because we have talent here. There's a lot of people that are talented. And for the artists that are going to be listening to this, like, don't feel like because other artists are doing their thing, uh, that's taking something away from you. Try to collaborate, talk to people, work with people. Don't resent them because you feel like they are doing something similar to you. Everybody is different. Everybody trying to go different places. Even if you feel like the sound sounds similar, it's different.
Right.
You know,
Right.
don't compare yourself to.
I feel that.
Hmm.
I feel that.
That's powerful.
Hey,
Yeah.
not the back.
Huh?
Oh, pardon, not the backtrack, but the same Sherrod is the one that used to work with us, bro.
Yeah, that's the same Gerard.
Oh, that's Shepherd, bro. I call him Campbell. That's Shepherd. Yeah, Shepherd.
Yeah.
Sherrod, shout out.
And that's his
But
name,
your name
Campbell.
Shepherd, bro. His last name Shepherd.
Oh, Shepherd. I thought he was
Yeah,
a Campbell.
Shepherd. No,
Oh,
I
my
think.
God.
Well, I don't know, bro. It's Shepherd, bro. It's Shepherd.
I want
But
to touch. Huh?
hold on. I have a little question for Dwanae, man. I want to know. I know you mentioned about saying back in the day you just used to be making noise. So what was the turning point for you from making noise and saying, hey, let me take this more serious? Like you had formal classes or voice classes or something like that, or you just decided like now's the time? Like what was that turning point for you?
The thing is, I was dating somebody that was into music as well. He had a studio in his backyard.
Mm-hmm.
He used to hear me sing and ask me to do things. So he really like encouraged me to say like stretch my voice and actually do it because I actually wanted to be a well-known choreographer, uh, traveling, teaching dance, and like probably those choreographers that are normally on the set of music videos, like choreographing them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do that, but sometimes life is take you places. I mean, I still could do a little bit of both. So
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to your ex-boyfriend, by the way.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you're gonna give him a little shout out, but
yeah, man, gotta shout him out. Gotta shout him out. You touched on collaborations with Bahamian. I want to get into that, but I forgot first. Guys, I think this is our third episode of the podcast. I want to thank
yes, episode 3.
yeah, I want to thank the subscribers. Sorry, thank the newcomers, those who will be listening for the first time and the last time. I want to thank you guys. It's a journey, like I said from the beginning.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just appreciate you being here. Appreciate the love. But yeah, like I was saying, you touched on the collaboration of local artists, and I think that's important. I think we need to support each other more when it comes to music, because one thing I've noticed, and that's something I want to get into with all of us. What do you think we can do to like enhance the music in the Bahamas in terms of getting us to the next level, more mainstream? For me, like my take on it is, I feel like we need a sound. We need a sound that can that people can cling on to, I guess, because I noticed like let's say with Jamaicans got reggae, hip hop, and that's more American, but we need a sound that viewers
Like
could
a cultural
hear.
sound at
Yeah,
the
like
next level.
viewers could hear, and we could take that to the
Mm-hmm.
next level. I think the first breakthrough we had maybe was with the Bahamian. That was back in '04, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But other than that, like we haven't had any world renowned music, because to me it's cool art, like let's say tourists, they would come here, they would get drunk off our collects and listen to our rake and scrape or whatever.
do it for
But
real.
they not taking that back to New York. Like they ain't gonna take that sound back to New York. For me, I feel as though we need a certain sound. Like we need something unique that you know what I mean.
Mm.
Everyone could grasp.
Yeah, yeah.
What do y'all think? Like we could do to
I,
enhance music over here?
I agree with you, bro. The closest thing that I've heard is like um there's another Bahamian artist, I believe. He goes by the name of Julian Believe. He
Believe,
has
yeah.
a song that just came out or probably a few months ago, but it has like a little jungle sound on it. I feel like that could rock pretty much. I mean, depends on like what you're delivering on it, you know, because it ain't really just about the sound, bro. If you ain't making sense or you sound like everybody else, then people can just be skipping past you, bro. You
Right.
know, so there's a lot of different things to come with that.
Shout out
But
to Julian.
something different for sure. Yeah, shout out to Julian Believe. You already know 242 stand up.
Julian's Caribbean side made waves also.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's another really good artist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good artist. But what do you think? Like, what do you think it is? Like, what's hindering us in terms of bringing our music to the mainstream? Now, don't get me wrong. We do have excellent and great artists out there as Bahamians.
I think it's just the exposure, bro.
Right. I think it's the
That's the
exposure.
opportunity too. Yeah.
Yeah, we have an exposure issue in the Bahamas when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you want to shine some light on that a bit. In terms.
All right. I would say I believe the first thing would be consistency.
Mm.
Okay. We have people that have been doing music for a while, yeah, but it's like they can't seem to cross over because see we have to understand with music you have to follow the trends. Even the artists that were around from time do it. You already see Beyonce go from just doing R&B. She do a little bit of reggae. She did a little bit of reggae when she collab with Vegas and different people. You see Drake doing it now.
Right.
They had music. She had music with Shakira.
Drake
Right now,
doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Stallion. So you gotta follow the trends. Not saying that you trying to stray from your sound or your vision, but
Right.
that's just how it goes. Everything it moves with the time and the trend.
Right.
So consistency, I would say, first of all, and then we have to understand that everybody don't understand us, and that's just natural. You could mix up the sound, yeah, but it have to make sense. Like some things that we would bop to here, people wouldn't over there because they don't understand.
Right.
You know? And then also we have to remember too to stop just looking at the US market because they make up like a very small percentage of the world.
Yeah, and the actually UK market is a little, to me, it's on a larger scale when it comes to music.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I look at successful artists, I look at what they're doing in the UK and abroad, not just the US.
Definitely.
Yeah. But
want to just pop off in foreign, like, and they think they make it
right
worldwide. No lie.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So what do you think? What do you think it is? Are you independent? You're an independent artist, right? You're not signed to a label.
Oh, not right now. Independent, yeah.
You looking to sign to a label?
I would want to, yeah.
That's interesting.
I wouldn't mind.
That's something I was looking at too. Like, I feel like, I mean, even though in this day and time, I don't feel like you need a record label because you got your phone, you got access to everything. Like you could do your own, you could do your own marketing, you could do your own. I mean, once you have the funds and the budget, you could do your own videos or whatever.
I would say, coming from where I come from, I feel like a label would be mandatory because there's a lot of things that I don't understand about the business. So I do a lot of things by myself. People will probably get one up on me. You know, if you find a label, like, got your back, you get your lawyer, make sure the contract makes sense. You know,
I don't want you to sleep. The labels will fuck you over too.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So in terms of, and trust me, and what I've learned, like in watching different documentaries about music, 9 times out of 10, the label they're not there for your best interest. I'm not gonna speak down on labels per se because not all record
That's facts.
not all record labels are like that. but you also have to have someone in your back that is like they have a strong suit in the music industry. Like they know their shit. They know the ins and outs. They know faces. Like you know what I mean. So you don't get caught up in a 360 deal or you know what I mean. Something that's taken away from you.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
everything, just try to be logical. Always
Right.
keep a common ground and always remember there's always something for something. Don't think this person just like me and they doing this for me. No, nothing in the
That's
world
real.
works. Nothing in the world works like that. It's always
Right.
something. So if somebody offer you something, ask, okay, what's the catch? Because there's one. You might see it
Yeah,
now. One.
Right.
that's real. That's what a lot of people lose sight of too, and end up getting caught up in a lot of stupidness because of that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Yeah. So when you write your own music.
yeah, yeah. I write. And also right now, the people that I'm working with
Mm-hmm.
have a team of writers too.
Okay, you do have a team already. So take us into the mind of Dwanae as she's coming up. Like, how do you come up with the music that you come up with? Like, is it spirit of the moment? Do you put yourself in a certain zone? Like, what is it?
I go based off of what I feel. It depends on I'd say my initial feel to the track. I always go with that first. If I don't feel nothing, if it's taking me a while to feel something, I skip it
Right,
because naturally it has come to me. And when I start writing, I don't stop. So if I ain't feeling that, then we gotta skip it.
right. It
Yeah,
Mm.
makes sense. That's typical when it comes to songwriting.
full
So
thought like that.
how long did it take for you to come up with the down song, or that came from personal experience?
I would say
That sound pretty personal to me, to be
You,
honest.
bro, trust me,
I,
I'm bro.
that's how I ain't gonna lie. That song sound pretty personal to me.
I would say personal experience for now.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
Sorry, write this down.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
mm, hey, that song, I don't know, boy. I don't know. That
It's a
song's,
nice song though. Bro, it's a nice
yeah,
song, bro.
yeah, that's saying a lot to
It's a
me.
nice song for sure.
What is
You,
I'm saying to you?
I
hmm?
ain't gonna lie, I'm surprised. I was surprised because it like exceeded my expectations. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Like I really thought it was gonna be like some backyard vibes. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, that's what we used to seeing, bro. You
Yeah.
can't even, like, that's what we used to seeing over here, dog. And it's like, that was a breath of fresh air for me. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was nice.
you mentioned,
Dog, make sure go check out the video, man.
yeah, check
Down
that
by
out.
Dwanae.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on
Mhm.
iTunes too, right?
It's on all platforms. No matter where you type it, you can find it.
All right. Sure, yeah, it is. Go on, what you call it? MySpace, that on MySpace too.
Everywhere.
Hello,
Everywhere,
Mike.
My space, your space, his space. Everywhere.
All
yeah.
right, man.
But you touched on earlier. You made a comment about just working with other artists. Like, how is it to you? Like working with other Bahamian artists, are they supportive? Like, do you feel like y'all come together when it comes to like really collaborating and trying to push this
That's,
thing or
bro,
push
that's a
down?
good question because, we full up with black crabs.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah, I would feel like I have experienced that because like me as a person, I try to support everybody no matter what it is because I know what it is to be trying to do something. And then I also believe in uh well how am I gonna word this? I believe in kind of what goes around comes around. Like if you want this type of treatment, then you should kind of give that.
right.
Try to support
That's the
people.
golden rule, we grow up religious in the Bahamas, so we got a little morals and what's not.
Yeah, I would always support people, but then like when I drop my music, I just would notice like certain people that I thought would be supportive kind of wasn't. But like those things don't get to me because people have their own personal issues and that's not my problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But you just can't let these things get to you. You gotta understand everybody not gonna like you. That don't mean that you're not good. And then sometimes a lot of people can like you and still that don't mean you're good. You just
Yeah.
gotta do what you're doing
Right.
and be sure about yourself, your gifts, and your dreams, you know?
Like you say, it comes down to consistency. I like how you started it by saying consistency is number one. That's the key for real, because there's a lot of artists, you know, that we had, like you say, that even made it mainstream. I believe what's his name? Sketch and Sammy Stardust, they had a song that actually made like Interscope or something like that, bro. And then like after that, it's like these dudes don't make music no more. I don't know what's going on, but Bahamian artists, we need to hear from you.
I heard
They all
something.
left.
I heard something from Sammy maybe like a year ago.
Recently?
Yeah, like last year.
I see Sketch was
All
just
right.
also on Jack Yora's album. He wrote and produced music on that as well.
Yeah,
That's live.
that's dope.
That's live.
Yeah, I think we
And
have
shout
the,
out Scare Sammy Star, yo, boy, shout out man, 2.2 artists.
That's
Yeah.
they just doing things, you know. A
Yeah.
lot of people just don't broadcast what they doing.
right, and that's what I think we need to take more advantage of. Like we're in an era now where social media is the main platform. Like that's the way, and it's creating a lot of successful people. So we just have to take advantage of that. Use your phones more, like for productive purposes. We
You
put it like that.
Izzy, but I am the most antisocial person ever. Like I would just really post just because I know I have
Yeah,
to
I don't.
live, but
I don't get you at all. Like you anti-social, right? You ever meet an anti-social radio personality? Never in my life.
Yeah.
I can't socialize with people, you know. Like
I know.
I don't want people to think like when I say antisocial, it means like I'm mean or standoffish. Like I welcome you like I know you forever.
Right.
But I just be like, all right, damn, that's my cutoff point. Like, all right.
And you do hosting too?
Yeah.
I gotta get you. I gotta keep up with you. She paints, she sings, she dances. Jesus Christ. What else you
Yo,
do?
these some dope paintings behind you. Like that's a like psychedelic alien or something.
Huh?
This little alien. I think it's a little alien behind you. I don't know. It might be.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's get closer to it.
He got his middle finger up too.
With a spliff in your mouth.
All right.
And that's a really dope art you get to do. That's a really dope shit.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm so fun. So
I just paint it's like a mental thing for me. Like if I overthink and I just channel it through that. That's all I do. I use my gifts and channel it through different things. That's it.
That's good.
that's
Good.
that's what's up. But that's what I was gonna ask you. Tell us about yourself. Not only with your music, but outside of music, like who are you? You know what I mean? So the people at home would know a little bit more about you personally.
Yeah, a little bio
Hold on. First of
background.
all, how's the love life? Like, what's going on with that? Are we single? Are we single?
Here.
Are we single? You guys.
Not right now. Not right now, but it's something is happening. I think something is happening.
Something's brewing. Something is brewing.
Makes
That's what's
sense.
That's what's up. Yeah, but tell us about you. Tell us, like, what are your interests like outside of music, as a person, really?
Okay, as a person, like I say, I wouldn't say I'm an introvert. I'll say a ambivert, in between both.
Right.
You know, like I can, when I have to be, I can be, but naturally I'm more in my shell. I'm actually a very shy person. People don't believe that, but I am.
Go ahead.
Shy in what sense? Like
We listening.
afraid to meet people, or like?
No, like I just would prefer, like if I'm somewhere, I would prefer a space that's away from everybody. I don't want to right? I don't want to be in the crowd. If I go to a restaurant, I'm gonna find the deepest corner.
You like
Look at me.
That's a Virgo thing, I think, though.
Yeah, you think so? Probably
Yeah.
the Virgo can relate. We see in the comments and this is posted.
Yeah. That's me too. Like when I go out, like I said, like I'm the type of person I wouldn't even, if I see someone I know out and they like far away and they haven't noticed me, I wouldn't go out of my way just to like to hail them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't avoid, but I would like go out of
Avoid
my way.
they see me. Like
You'd
you'll see
avoid them?
me, I go, hey, but I'm not gonna go over there and be like, oh wow, I see you from across.
Yeah,
No.
like
Yeah.
I think that's the whole Virgo thing, though.
And even if somebody close to me, if we ain't make eye contact, I go on about my business.
That's true.
I
That's true.
go about my
I'm the
business.
same way. I'm the same. It don't make sense going out your way for what? You
Yeah,
pulling in for?
real talk.
So,
But yeah, apart from that, I'm into topics that are considered taboo. Spiritualism, ancient Egypt. I am into like ancient African spiritual systems. Like I said, I love the arts, all forms of it, expression, all forms of it.
right.
I'm a photographer as well.
Yes,
Uh,
I remember that.
I'm into all that, even with like I said, expression forms, like whatever you can think about. I have a blog that people don't even know about, like, and I was doing that for like almost 4 years.
I'll tell the people about your blog.
Tell the people listen time, drop it in.
I mean, well,
I sorry we putting you out there like that.
I
Right.
should have known this is what I signed up for, right?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, not
Exactly.
sorry.
The blog is just something I created to as a form of release. Like if I feel a way, I'm gonna blog about it. And
Mhm.
then how I blog is direct but indirect because I'm never direct really. You have to like put two and two together. But
Right.
I will. You still it's almost like you're reading in between the lines because it's like I'm telling you, but still not really. You
Mm.
know, it's created like I said as a form of release. So if I'm feeling a way, I just write it out, and then I would leave it there. I don't never read my blogs over. I post and go. So things that I never read it over. I would just revamp the front page and the whole style of it, but I
Right.
don't ever read it over. So I put it out there for people who may be feeling the same way, feel like they don't have nobody to talk to. You type in something, come across my blog, you subscribe, and you in my mind. Because the
Question.
of the blog is a journey into the mind. Like a
Mm.
lot of people would see me doing a lot of things, and like I had people who always would be intrigued by me, like, how do you think? Like I want to get to know you, like who are you? And I'm like normal, I just be doing my thing.
Right.
People think this complex mind, I guess. I don't know if I come off like a scientist or
Yeah,
something.
you probably is an astronaut. You just do everything else. You've been to space. I sure you've been to space before. I positive.
So where we can find the blog, where the folks can find the blog at?
If you type in I am Dwanae Shante.wordpress.com, you will find it.
Everybody
This
had
is
that.
private
DwaneShante.wordpress.com.
come around to it, but now it's out there for the world.
Yeah,
Mm.
all right. Cool.
All right. That's good.
You know everything set up. You know everything set up.
Everything in order first, you know.
Yeah. So now we got mice. We got mice back in the building. What's good, mice?
Another week, bro. Everything's good. You know, thankful to be here once again for the 242 podcast.
Yep.
It's a privilege. Bless up.
That's what's up.
And just a special welcome to our guests.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. All right. Get into what's popping with you. So let's see where it's going. Let's get to the proceeding this evening.
Yeah, we was on your blog. So you told us where to find it.
Oh, y'all found it.
We did? I was on your blog before.
Okay. I thought you just went and searched it up.
No. I've been on your. I think I have your blog saved on my bookmark.
Okay. Because when you hit the blog, you could subscribe through email, and whenever I post, it just go to your email, straight to your email.
Right. So do you find it to be tough in the music business, especially as a female indie artist? Like, do you find it, like, let's say, scheduling and studio time and stuff like that? Is that hectic for you, I guess?
I would say no because I don't have that problem. I record in Fort Lauderdale, so I would travel. So the time always
All right.
So with this whole COVID-19 going on right now, you probably not gonna record nothing until next year.
I would say
You gotta hit up that same ex-boyfriend, jump back in the backyard in the studio, stop clowning.
no.
Consistency.
But I have,
We just talk about.
I have music recorded already that's just not put out yet. It's still being mixed.
All right.
So you got
have a plan for it. The song that's out now with Chronic, a video is supposed to come for that, and then we move on to the other thing.
right. Do you have plans on an album, a project, a full project, full length?
I definitely do. I've been wanting to do that for some time now, but everything in God's timing.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So since I'm just getting like late to, I guess, the meeting, exactly, if you could just break down, I guess I was listening to the song, so I'm kind of gathering you do like pop, hip hop / R&B, a little bit
Reggae.
of reggae too.
Multi-talented.
All right, so if you could break down for me exactly, first of all, I guess the name that you came up with, your influences, and I guess what led you to do some music.
Okay, you mean my name personally?
Well, that would be good. But then your stage name, I don't know if your real name is your stage name or.
I think this guy just need to watch the beginning of the podcast, bro.
He is though.
Yeah. I think so. That's why it's a little off because I'm a little late. So I don't want to.
You
gotta be the smart ass. Thanks for acknowledging that. Like, no one did know I was late until, he could have edited the shit.
Hey, bro, he's still editing.
Don't worry about that, dog. Don't worry about that. Take two. Yeah. That's a good question, though. We didn't ask, where did you come up with the name of that song down? Where did you come up with the name?
Y'all didn't ask me about. So that's why I say he had to. But my stage name is actually my first and middle name, because people would still ask me what my real name is, and I'd be like, "Did you read my Instagram name or not?" And be like, "What's your name?" And I'd be like, "What?" But that's actually first and middle name. My dad's name is Dwayne for Dwanae. My mom is Chantel for Shante. I don't know why. I think I like them that much. They try to mix it. I'm joking.
Yeah, that's a Bahamian thing.
That's a Bahamian thing.
Yeah, you know how they go and try to mix it up. Influences, I would say, I grew up with my granddad, and we would always like sit and listen to like reggae music. So reggae culture is like my thing. So that's why like I have this love for like old school reggae, like back way back before my time, And then my dad's side is Jamaican. And my dad's side, all of them are Rastas, don't eat meat. I don't eat meat also. It's been like 6 years since I had my dreads and all of that. So I would say that's where the yachty flair come in and the reggae music and stuff like that. It's not just because I think it's hype. It's like actually in my blood,
Yeah.
I'm half Jamaican.
Right. I don't want to harken back too much on what we was talking about earlier, but I want to get your opinion on that, Mice, because we were speaking on like what's the block in Bahamian music reaching the forefront? Like why haven't we pushed the envelope? I guess since the Bahamian win the Grammys, like in 04, that was 04. Like what do you think is the reason our music isn't world renowned? Because we have a lot of talented artists here, like. And we in a time now where social media is at the forefront of everything, and it could be used to get us to where we need to be in terms of music. What you think is like the hurdle would we have to get over?
Boy, that's a good question. That's a good question. As far as like having an answer to it, I think it take more these days. It takes the individual more than so does where you from or the people like you don't need that to like kind of, like solidify who you are anymore. So with that said, I feel like as an artist, like it could come to you, and you'll be able to like push it forward to everybody if you really, really, really like into it. Like you might want to do it, but you have to be really,
See a drive.
yeah, you have to be like, you know what I mean? Like that's like the
Committed.
drive, that's the ambition. That have to be like your whole purpose. Not saying it don't, I mean, work the other ways or anything like that, but I feel like it starts with the actual individual. And as far as us getting more exposure, I feel like we kind of not sheltered, but let's say like how she works. I heard her mention she work in Fort Lauderdale. So maybe I don't know if she's just in that circle or in that bubble.
I think she said she's recording something for
Right, that's what I mean. So
All right,
like
yeah.
I don't know if they're doing like her beats or whatever, but I feel like we don't have much exposure,
Mm-hmm.
like as far as our Bahamian like people like doing stuff like that. Why I say that? Because I remember I went to one or two dynamic producer conferences, and it actually was like conferences where they teach you how to be like business people about it. They teach you A&R, they teach you song credits, they
Right.
teach you beat production, they teach you numerous things about the business. So not saying that we don't look at that part of it serious. We just really want to do the music. So as far as us branching out, I think if we have more exposure, more knowledge for it, we could be able to branch out a little bit more.
Right.
As far as using the media platform, that works now. You know what I mean? That works more than that you could go in with like millions of followers already, or you can have a following already,
Right.
and
You could have your big
that could
fan
kind of
base.
speak for you.
Right.
She could probably attest for that. So biggest thing for her is probably getting people to see her work. See imagery of her. You know what I mean? Always getting familiar with her face. And despite her being from Bahamas, I don't think I mean, like our gap is a little bit different. So I don't know if I answer it for you, but that's just
Yeah, you sum it up.
kind of throwing it out, like as
Right.
far as like why we don't really get,
You
it's
have
just getting the right ears to hear it, I guess.
I get you have a pretty big fan base, right, Dwanae?
I would say I do,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know.
Your social media platform is pretty big.
I feel like it could be bigger. I would like it to be bigger.
Exactly right. You
Right.
want more ears, you want more followers, and the people like with listening to you, you want them to encourage other people to listen to you, and like really. So, and then you have to bring something else, like what you bring in, is your thing.
Right.
My take on it was I feel like we have to bring a unique sound, I guess, to the mainstream, I guess, like to the world. Something that other people could cling to, they could adapt to, and they could, I guess, relate to somewhat. I feel like I said earlier, like people would come here and they would celebrate and party the John Canoe and Reagan Scrape, but they're not gonna take that back to where they live. You know what I mean?
I think so. I mean, personally speaking, well, I have my run of in music. I'm still currently in music.
Right.
I had a brief history. I worked to 100 jams for a few years. I had on airplay name. That's the hence name where I get the mice one from.
Mm-hmm.
I also did a little bit of rapping back in my day. I work with Matari. I work with
Check out some of his music too.
I work with Matari. I work with Mrs. Smith. I work with numerous artists around Nassau, Debo. I'm very old school, so someone like the I'd say second generation Bahamas rap. Like right after that overseas shit, that's kind of like when we bust, like early 2000s. So yeah, I I kind of get what what's going on. So
Okay.
with that said, I mean, go ahead.
No, I was listening to you. John.
No, I mean, with that said, it's just getting in, you know what I mean? Like getting people to hear you, or just getting people to listen. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was
it's just the exposure, really, bro. Like you say, exposure and opportunities, bro. Because we like a third world country, really, you don't have, like you say, the right ears to hear it or to like get it out, So that's something that
That's
you
what
have
I
to work
said.
on more for real. And it probably could work with, like you say, if we have a unique sound that we could really take or like give to people and brand it, as like this Bahamian music, like Bahamian pop music or whatever the case may be, and it's
you
just
just gotta be
jumping over
dope.
the ladder for real, like you say.
You just
My
gotta be dope, but
my point, yeah,
Yeah.
my point on it,
You gotta make it relatable.
that's
Everybody
what I said.
island life and the things that we like.
Right, like my
Yeah.
point on it is, right, you could have the exposure, right? You could have the ass to listen to you, but what you saying when the people listening to you?
so
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why you selling
talking.
that? Why you selling that? Like if you're on really like, why you selling that? Like why I want to put a Jungle beat on my album because I was Bahamian?
no, that's not, you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that we need to put a Junkanoo beat together. I'm not saying that. That's not
So
what I'm
what's
trying to
our
say.
sound then?
That's what I'm saying. We have a
I
sound,
think
but it's not unique to the world. We
Yeah.
need to create a sound that is more unique and more adaptable for people to listen to. That's why our music don't stick, because nobody trying to take calypso to New York City or to Los Angeles.
My point.
So
So
that's what I was saying. When I say like we need to create a sound or something that people could relate to, rather than like I don't know. I don't want to say. I don't want to say, but too much, too much rapping in our thing. Like a lot of people ain't good rappers as Bahamians.
but you can't say that because that's a form of art. I mean,
Yes, I understand that, but it's not something unique to us,
Yeah.
and it's something like we clinging on to. I'm not saying that we don't have good Bahamian rappers. We do, but that's not something natural for us. You know what I mean? I'm not I no fan of John Canoe, so I don't want
so
you to
what
think
is natural for us? What is natural for us?
that's the problem. We need to create a sound, or we need to create something or bring something to the table where people could relate to.
Yeah.
Where do we mix both? Where do we mix genres? We can mix like we could come up with a sound like how the Canadians they came up with their own sound where they incorporating reggae and somewhat of a R&B sound.
Hey, could I ask you a question? When you make music or you listening to a beat or you writing, do you like keep in mind that you're Bahamian? Do you go with that intent that you're writing this to say you're Bahamian? Just asking you.
It depends on the track. Like
Uh-huh.
a song I did with Brian Camp. I started off with saying, "This is the real bad gal from Bahamas," and then
Right.
talked about um, the things that are popular here, in the Bahamas, but it's catchy, you know. Because from I say, I'm from the Bahamas. The video is shot in the Bahamas. The scenes is nice. Automatically, people know it's the Bahamas, so they're already intrigued. You see, so you have to just play on people's minds in a sense. You can't just like put it in their face. They're like, "What? What is this like? And why should I care about it?"
Right? Like
That's how I think.
that's like with you, like with your music. I feel like you bring a different element to your music. Like it's more like you bring more of um, like a pop R&B kind of island feel to your music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's something different rather than what we was trying before. Like I don't know exactly like per se what it needs to be, but it has to be something that could resonate with everybody if we're trying to get our music out there. Like it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it should be because I think we have some talented artists and talented people here. But I just
Exactly.
think we have to bring something to the table that no one else has.
I feel like it just takes though one person to just break, and everybody will be fine from there.
Right.
it's just like nobody is really breaking right now to the point where they could say, well, let me go back home and find talent and do this and do that. You know what I mean?
And mind you, and let me just put this out there. We ain't shitting on no Bahamian artists. We ain't shitting on the music here.
No.
Like the music is great here. We just saying like what it needs to be to get us like over that hump.
Yeah.
Well, same set way. For you, I just once is relatable, like you say, you brought that up. Once it's relatable, because I feel like music is relatable. Like different people have the same emotions, kind of the same thoughts that you would have. Like so, I feel if you could channel like those, that can make like you a good record. Because like songs is just really moments, like stuff that happened to you. I don't know if you actually write yourself, but a lot of songs are just moments. You know what I mean? Like what happened to you today, what your conversation last night. So I feel like if we kind of relate a little bit more, like to our like daily living,
Yeah.
that's kind of like what people will feel more.
Right, right.
You know, so
To
I,
rap about things that they don't even do.
Exactly.
right. So you don't have to mention like all the Bahamian stuff. That's that I was getting back at that point. Like you don't have to like branch it that way. I mean, yeah, the Bahamas could already sell it for itself. Yeah, you from here, like you say, what else you have to offer though? It'll be your words and your lyrics that's what really getting people attention and their ears. And that's what you want the most.
And then now too, people gotta understand you have to pay attention to, like I told them prior, the artists that are doing their thing now, mainstream artists, you have to pay attention. Right now, songs are shorter. People attention spans are short.
Yes, yes.
Nobody listens to no song like 4 or 5 minutes unless you're a big artist and people like waiting on your music.
You have a
Mhm.
cult following.
So you gotta keep it short and straight to the point. Make it catchy, make people want more. Take some time before you release again. Do the same thing. That's what I feel. You just gotta, and then sometimes it's what works for you too, because you may be an artist that's very gifted when it comes to music, and people will sit there and listen to your stuff because like Frank Ocean and Anderson Paak and like those albums that have that little track where people just doing random shit and just talking. Like I listen to that like that's the track. They're my favorite artist. Like I play the whole thing from start to finish. So once you have
Mhm.
your fans, you build your fan base, you stick to what you initially started with, people gonna rock with you. But when they see you like, okay, I doing this and then I doing that, and then okay, like you confusing me now. I gonna did you figure it out and then probably
Agreed.
pop off, then but
Yeah.
Agreed. I agreed. So I guess that's what our problem is there. I guess we try to emulate too
Too
much,
much. Yeah.
like ride the wave of what's happening and not giving yourself time to really, you know what I mean?
be sure of what you want to do.
Like kind of brand who you are, like as an artist. So that's pretty cool. I like that concept. I like that.
People who aren't really too sure I mean, and nothing is wrong with that. Everybody take their time to build and do what they gotta do. That's why with me, like I like my sound. I know my range. I'm not trying to do nothing outside of that. This is what I like, and this is what I'm gonna do. And all my music, I feel like they sound. You could hear the consistency with my vocals.
Right.
You
So
know, in all my songs, you expect to hear like a little my accent switch up a little bit. So that's what it is. That's what it's always gonna be.
Who would people say you? Who would people compare you to? If I could ask, I wasn't here at the start, but who would they compare you to, or who would be like your range, or maybe I can gather off some of your artists that you like, maybe songs that you
People
listen to.
compare me to Rihanna a lot, and I can't
mm,
run
yeah.
Okay,
a
okay.
lot, a lot, a
So
lot.
that's a good thing. Like who do you listen to? Like who do your top listens? Like who do you listen to really where you pull inspiration from?
Growing up, actually, Rihanna was one of my favorite artists because I related to her coming from a small island and making it so big. So
Right.
I
Yeah,
would like a lot of artists from the island would look at her in that light. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it just makes you feel like okay, well, she did it, so it's not impossible.
Mm.
But my artist I would say right now would be Chronix. My Chronix is one of my favorite artists. Anderson Paak. Um,
Anderson Park.
Steel Pulse is my favorite band.
Who's that? Say that
Steel
again.
Pulse is artist back in the day, reggae.
Steel
Okay.
Pulse, yeah, that's
Steel
dope.
Pulse, yeah. All right.
Steel Pulse. You have I'm trying to go with my phone so I don't miss nothing. So
Yeah,
I
do your
had
thing.
y'all. I would say Junior Kelly. You have your Bushman. Um, Third World, like Black Guru, all these people. Today as artists, I would say, like I still listen to Rihanna, but not as much as I used to back in the day.
I wait on another drop. She need to come up with something new.
You
Right.
need to drop some music
What
right
about
now.
any women reggae influences? You had any women reggae artists that kind of influence you, or not really?
No, because I would mostly listen to like I said, I grew up with my granddad, and we would always listen to like reggae music, and I always found a love for it. So, like one day I want to do like a full reggae album too. Like
All right.
I always wanted to sing in a live band. I want to do some live band music. Like I like to hear the instruments, the drums. That's why I'm learning how to play the acoustic guitar because I want to actually sing and play it.
Mm,
You know, so yeah.
that's
Get
dope.
your
Nope.
NDI on.
That's what I was gonna ask. No, Erica Badu. No, you don't listen to those artists.
Yeah, Erica Badu, but like I said, I always find like
The reggae.
home. But
All
I
right.
love all of them.
Question.
So, so you
Scott.
you
Hmm?
soul music then? You would say soul R&B then?
You know what's crazy? I can listen to all different types of music. I like Afro music, like I like Haitian music, I like Spanish music. Like I just everywhere with the music. But
You fu-
reggae is home.
you
Pop
fucking with
music.
you fucking with the Division album.
Division album.
Let's
Which
go
one?
with the vision again.
Division album.
Like who that?
Bro.
Let it go. Let it go. She
Come
made
on.
a division.
From Canada.
No, I never
It's,
had Division.
it's true.
Yeah, Division. I just sent you them today.
Oh yes, I have that album on my phone.
You
I
have
have
the
the
album?
full
Tell
Amusing,
you,
right?
tell these clowns with the album.
Bro,
Yeah?
the song that you sent me was straight, bro.
Tell
Like,
these clowns. Y'all can't. Hey, listen to me. Y'all just can't be fucking girls to the Dr. Dre the Chronic, you know.
Hey,
Hey,
R&B
no.
lost me a long time ago.
What?
The latest,
no, Mike, you
Right,
tripping.
right. That's it.
hey, the latest R&B song I probably like is the K Michelle Rain. That shit is fire. Like that.
Hey, Michelle Rain. I ain't
Mike.
heard that.
Mike, you need to get in your R&B bag, bro. Come on, man. Like,
My
She
single
like it.
good.
She like it.
Ari Lennox is really good.
Yeah, she's good.
Ari Lennox, yeah.
It's really good.
Snow Allegra.
K Michelle Rain. Check it out. That's a good song.
That's a,
There too. I like the baby. Like
You
I
like-
have on Apple Music that have a bunch of different underground artists. I used to listen to SZA when she was underground. Frank
SZA
Ocean
too.
is like one of my all-time favorite artists. Everything he put out, I love.
right.
It's just so much. Sir is really good. Daniel Caesar.
Alina Brea. She's a good artist.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Mike, you better stop playing and get on your R&B shit. Y'all
Really
y'all
good.
can't keep bragging these girls to Vibes Cartel, you know. That ain't gonna work.
We're in
Not,
Bahamas.
not forever, but.
Lost,
So,
dude. You lost. Like,
speaking of that, right?
it really
How
lost.
how is it being in the entertainment industry and trying to maintain? I know you said you're not in a official relationship, but how is it like for you to juggle that as a female, like? Because you know how men go, like you on the party scene and
If you can't do
Man
it,
could cloud chase too, so
right, huh?
I say if you can understand it, I can't be with you because this me and ain't gonna change. So
Right. You need a supportive cast member, I guess.
I mean, to be honest, I do not base my life off of support. If people do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I just gotta do what I gotta do. Because when
You
you start to base everything off of that, you're gonna get discouraged, and that's gonna mess with your mind.
not the base, but you wouldn't like support with the person you with.
And yeah, that's what I say. If you don't, then it's
For sure.
nothing I do. Yeah, it's a wrap.
Mm.
Hey, quick story. I remember my homeboy, Mr. Smith, Special K from 100 Jams. He actually had two female artists that was willing to work with them, and he actually worked with them. Like he gave them maybe their first two hits, but that's the same thing would kind of like stare them away, like because I guess the partner wasn't, cool with, making music and hanging to the studio and stuff like that. They kind of lost out. And I honestly feel that up to this day because, like you said, they was like talented artists, like, could sing great, spit awesome, but, she had that going for her, and I guess she chose that. That's why I say is where your mind is and what you like really want to do,
Right.
That's a big part of it.
That's a good gateway into the next segment of what I want to talk about. Let's just stray away from music a bit. That's the double standards, like with males and females. What are your opinions on that? Like, men can do what we want to do as men. Like we lions, we can do what we want to do in terms of the relationship. Like we could sleep with as many women as we want to. But when it comes to y'all, and y'all being promiscuous, I would like to say, like y'all looked at us a certain way. How do you feel with those double standards in society? Like me personally, at the age, I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind. I even personally trying to ask you. You know how some men probably would ask you, like, how many niggas you been with? I ain't even on my radar. But you have men who do that, mice. I know you looking at that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a weird question.
But you have men would just ask that question. And like it's something big for men, but to me, at the age I am now, like I ain't really concerned about that. But the double standard is there.
You used to shout at me in from the Breakfast Club, you.
No, I know the double standard would be more like if you, how would I say, if you like trying to teach it or preach it to someone, like say you used to have a daughter right now, you ain't gonna say, oh, you don't care about it. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna show your daughter like, look, yeah, you can't really be out on the streets or whatever doing this and that. You gotta act ladylike,
I'm speaking in terms of a relationship. Like I'm not gonna.
Oh, in a relationship, all right.
I'm not gonna judge a female based on a past. You know what I mean?
You shouldn't.
And
you really should.
It's kind of a difference. It's kind of a difference of like. Now, to me, it's a difference of people do things because of certain circumstances they be in.
Mm-hmm.
That don't really entail to who they is as a person. Like you can't marry the fact that someone may have slept with a lot of people to their personality. You can't marry the two because like people do things out of depression. People do things out of baggage. People do things out of trauma. You know what I mean? So that's why for me, I don't judge people based on like those circumstances.
So you asking her if she is writing music like based off like that or like this ain't nothing to do with music.
No, this ain't music.
I trying to figure out where we going.
Yeah, we on live shit now, bro. We on live shit. We on live shit. It's a podcast, mice. We have that platform. This is what we here for, to entertain people. People like to know this stuff.
I think the double standard is like that based off of religion. And, things that were set out prior to us before our time. The double standard, I think it doesn't make sense, but I understand where it can come in. You understand? But it's just it's a lot of
keeping it a buck. Keeping it a buck, niggas don't want no gal who ain't know done been around all the time, Whereas females, they might not care. They might not care if they hear that this way been all around town. Like, man, I don't know. It's bad, bro.
Yeah, but how would you know that? So why
I mean, of course, if you decide to get into a relationship, especially an intimate or physical relationship with a female, of course you know at least a little bit of background.
because people is lie. When you don't give them the time of day, they lie.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why I say like, how would you even know that? Because at the end of the day,
A lot of guys
um,
leave their boys over their girls too.
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can meet someone, right? And they might be a known person. You know what I mean? So their record might be on the street. But then
Mm-hmm.
you have those promiscuous people who on the slack. So like to me it don't matter because you may not even know. You with somebody who probably have 50 bodies underneath their belt. And that's a small
Yeah, yeah.
number for some people. You see what I'm saying?
Fox.
So why focus on that? Like that's to me that is create all type of different insecurities when you focusing on that. And that's a sign of insecurity too. Because
Yeah.
once you like if you like someone, regardless of who they is or what they past is, you could be that person. Put that shit behind you, bro. If it for me, that's how I look at it.
And I have similar. I I feel the same way, bro. I mean, some things you can look past, but there's some things you can't look past too, especially with females who have these dudes.
Let's
Bro,
go to
like,
that shit,
Me,
man.
bro, y'all know,
I'm
bro,
like
y'all know,
so
bro.
faded. I'm like faded, dog. Like I'm trying.
Bro, y'all
Talk your
know,
shit. Talk your shit,
bro,
bro. Talk
y'all
your
know
shit.
it's some females, bro, come on, bro. Y'all know it's some females, bro, who been around and what's not dogging. I guess y'all seen it, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Hey, and you have that right.
Hey, shout out to
yeah,
Tito.
bro, niggas just seen it and that, bro.
Shout out to Tito's.
I mean,
Hey, I heard about that Tito's, you know. I heard that Tito's like that lit. I gotta try that out.
Ah,
Especially with apple juice.
But
hey, see, that's how you make that good music. Yeah, that's
that's how he's
that's
make
the
out of
shit
things.
right there.
That's how he's make out of things too. But
Hey,
but
hey,
you-
speaking of that, did you get a chance to check out the broadcast with the guy Bazaar Foods? They went to Exuma and he tried out some local food. He tried the conch. He tried crab and dough. He tried something from Goldie is some chicken foot sauce or something like that. You got to check it out.
they have a
Bizarre
Goldie's in
food?
Exuma.
No, he been here in Bahamas and he went to different
Oh,
farmers
different
island.
restaurants. Eh? Where you
Yeah,
Yeah,
see?
he
been
went to
different
that
bit, yeah.
island. He went to New Providence and he went to somewhere else. But check it out. It's on YouTube. Bizarre Foods.
Mm-hmm.
And have a host and everything. And they let him try the conch pistol, the little white
The
piece.
little
the
white,
clear-
Yeah.
Yeah, the little Bahamian Viagra.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
You
know.
believe in that? Like you think that's that's
It's
just
a
a
mind thing, bro. It's a mind thing.
A little boy.
If you want it work, you can wait, bro.
Get your thing out. I know. I mean,
Bro, if you want it work, you can wait, bro. It's a mind thing, man. It's
But
like anything else.
you
She
believe
eat
that?
it. You eat it. What happened to you when you eat it?
A con?
Yeah.
It's a mind thing, bro. You ain't hear me? And my mind was in the right place.
That's it.
All that stuff.
Yeah. They say that's a little aphrodisiac, but I know.
Check it out though. It's cool though. It's cool. You know, it's weird that someone could come here and like go to around and see like how we is eat and like a Bahamian couldn't do it. I was like,
What y'all watching? What y'all watching on TV? Like what's some good shows to watch now? Anything on Netflix, Hulu?
Right now, got me like, wow.
I
What
done.
was that?
I been those. I been finished that.
Money
Oh,
Heist.
yeah. I still don't know what's out right now.
Yeah, I just finished the Money Heist too.
That was good, right?
Yeah, that's dope.
Nairobi.
Try
That's
to
dope.
Yeah,
They do it
Nairobi.
dirty. They do it dirty in the end, man. I like how, yeah, everything.
Yeah. Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Money Ice is pretty nice.
I was.
I just watched that American Made movie. I don't know if y'all seen that. With
What's that?
your boy Tom Cruise and that. So watch that. That's a like one. American Made.
Hey, speaking of how we on chill time and quarantine time, are you getting a lot time to write now? Are you having more like creative ideas? Your mind a little clear or not really?
say it's crazy. I haven't like wrote a song in a while, but I have been learning how to play my acoustic guitar though.
Okay.
So I'm
You're
trying
still
to
putting in that work.
how to play and sing at the same time.
How's that coming along?
So far, so good.
How long you had it?
My guitar
Yeah.
since December.
Okay.
I need to learn to go to the barber, but you don't see
That's
her
what
today.
I play a chord.
Hey, by the way, I judging people too. I want you to believe I judging people too, going to the barbers and all this shit during this time and dressing up in the house and putting on all type of makeup. Like I judging you. I want y'all to know I judging you.
I see you finally got a bed.
What are you talking about, man? I was on a bed. I
Let
always,
it grow out, hey. You
I
love
always,
it, man.
yeah,
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
I always had this, you know.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah,
Salami.
I still don't
hey, y'all is a real clown, stupid.
Yeah, I embracing my oneness though. I'm happy. My lady braid me down, see like a old time braid. So
I might bring the braids back too, you know. I have time. I might say,
Some braids under the straight down. Yeah.
huh?
And you Mexican or something?
Say Mexican. You funny.
Mexican
Very
or
funny.
something for real.
No, I'm Mexican.
They say
Straight
you
up.
half white.
Who say halfway?
I hear someone say that.
My pops might be half white.
the Puerto Rican kid from my block.
I might bring the dreads back. You know what I mean?
Your jazz gonna take forever to lock.
No, boy. You think so?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Got Caucasian hair.
Some aloe. I got some aloe in the backyard. I can use that. Say what? I got Caucasian hair. You're on the clowning on me, eh?
All right, no, get your locks. Get your locks.
Yeah, man. I may bring them back.
Hey, just on a quick note, if I could ask, could fill me in with your Instagram information again, where everyone could be able to reach you, and if you have anything, we can look forward to seeing from you. I know you have the video out now. I just checked it out today. Love the video. Love the background. Love everything you was doing in it. Oh, you look so nice. Didn't know you had all that hair though, but it's a great look to you, and I like it.
Say one more time. But the hair?
No, I said I didn't know you had all that. It wasn't showing so much in the video.
That's because the curls were like tight.
Yeah. You should do them with them down. You know what I mean? Let them cover the titties or something like that. Yeah, try a different Janet Jackson thing. Velvet rope, velvet hair.
I got
media. Dwanae Shante said across the board. DWANAE.
Put that to the bottom, Roy.
Yeah, we plugging that in anyway.
On YouTube, on Twitter, I'm one word dope. Snapchat, one word dope. My blog, www.iamdwanaeshante.wordpress.com. My music is on all platforms, so you can find it on there. And I think that's everything.
Sounds good. Any new music? Anything you working on? I think we asked you that already, right? I might be tweaking.
I have new music that I'm working on. I have new music that's recorded already, but not releasing until we kind of get everything together. And I got some new music to record also. So there's some things coming in God's timing, right?
We haven't.
Cook it slow. That's the best projects when you cook it slow. Take your time. And I wish you all the best, love. I wish you all the best.
Get it.
Do you have any new music released this week? And anything coming out this week? I know.
Meg Stallion featuring Beyonce with the Savage remix.
Yeah, you see how much views that already get?
I didn't hear it.
I heard it today.
How was it? Solid?
Yeah, featuring Nicki Minaj.
It's pretty good. Beyonce rap.
I gotta check it out.
Trust me, you're gonna be seeing a lot of the lyrics around, bro.
They
both from Houston. So that was a big look for the city of Houston. And she was excited about it because she say her mom, R.I.P. to her mom, was a big fan of Beyonce. And her mom was also a rapper. So it's a good privilege and an honor for her to get on a song with Beyonce. So she appreciated it.
Her mom died recently, right? If I'm not correct.
Yeah.
All right. R.I.P. to her mom.
Beyonce
Dwanae says
not collab with her. So
What's that?
Beyonce was gonna collab with her. Like after she started making waves and making her own way around,
Mm-hmm.
I know she would
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
She got, but
Yeah,
she had some big features, and it's only a second year in the game, and she already have Beyonce as
there
a
you
feature.
go.
That's a big feat, bro.
Yeah, too. That's big. Yeah, too.
Would
And
y'all
Nicki, yeah,
would
that's a
y'all
big
say
vibe, bro.
would y'all say in the last year her and the baby had like they had the best year in hip hop? I would say in terms of what they was doing.
You mean out
Yes.
of everyone else that year?
I think yeah, I could agree they was the two
Yes.
biggest artists in hip
She
hop
probably
last
is the hardest, bro. She definitely is the hardest thing last year as far as female artists go, for sure.
year. Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah, they had a lot of success last year. I see T-Pain and Chris Brown have a they have a record out, just came out I think Friday, called Wake Up Dead. Sir has an album out, Rapper Weed. I don't you just listen to Sir, Mice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I fuck with her.
Yeah, he have
Chris
a
Brown and Young Thug about to drop on the 5th. B Slime
he's
B, something like
Slime
that.
B. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Alina Perez, I think her album came out. She had a project last week. I think it came out last week or 2 weeks maybe. Yeah, it was Divine. I think that's the name of it.
Mm.
It's really good. That's a really good album. I like her as an artist. She's a really good artist. You all should check out if you all haven't already. Alina Perez, nice artist. Any other new music we got?
let me see if I'm not mistaken. If I'm missing
What would you call your album? If you bring out the album, what would the name of it be?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of particular when it comes to names. I would choose
Start
something like
formulating that. Start thinking about that. That could be like the whole theory, the whole,
concept. I
That
mean, I'm working with some people now, so I think we'll come up with it together right now.
If you had to, what would you call it right now, though? Let me put you on spot. If you had to right now, what would you call it?
I mean, I can't even say because it depends on the content. You know,
Ah,
the title have to match the content.
content, right?
You know, but it probably will be something like I don't know. I can't even say honestly.
Hmm.
Something that'll make you think for sure. Because like I say, I would tell you something, but not really tell you. So
Yeah.
that's kind
all
of
right.
like you
Pretty,
think.
you're pretty vague.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are vague, by the way, just to let you know.
Ah, okay.
Like a little mystery though. For
But
real.
that's what I'm going to ask, Mice. In terms of, I know you mentioned AR. Who do we look for in terms of AR, A&R over here? Like, do we even have that over here? Like, who
Nah.
would be a good source of if in AR if we needed one over here?
Well, honestly, like all my years experience, like I say, I worked to 100 jobs for maybe about 2-3 years, and all my time in the business and stuff. We don't have much ARs here, but
Right.
as far as like talent wise, um, I don't know if you know Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham kind of was the first person to reach out to me.
Right.
Um, that's very old school.
What are you doing now? What are
I
you doing now?
started- He actually works in Turks and Caicos. He's a
Okay.
DJ down in Turks and Caicos.
All right.
He's married too. Shout out to Graham. Excitement was pretty cool. Excitement actually, I think he signed what's her name? She Mills, Lady Mills,
Lady Milk.
to
Yeah.
his Fix Your Face label. I think he trying to get a label off the ground. Don't quote me on that. But as far as A&Rs, I don't think we have much. That's why I say is another good step if you could go to like some conferences and kind of learn,
A&R.
some contacts, learn some names in the business. So you could kind of name drop and, be able to call some names and be like, hey, they heard my music or check so-and-so or that's a big deal. We, us
Yeah,
as
it is.
Bahamians, we don't like to call names so much,
Right.
but names is a big thing. You know what I mean?
It's underrated and it needs to
Yeah.
be expressed more.
Yeah, you got to know those names, not just your boy cousin or your
Yeah,
boy podcast.
that's true.
It's-
Because I
Yeah,
feel like
Yeah.
I feel like with an A&R, Bahamian artists, they would have more, just like the question you asked, they would have like more of a structure on how they would want to develop their album or their project.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like if you writing a collective of music, you should have an idea, like, album name, like In My Thoughts, or, like, whatever you come up with, like, whatever, like that, like run with that first single maybe. And like that could be like the start of the movie. Like I say, every song should be kind of like a short movie, you know what I mean? Moments in time. So however you put those moments together, you should kind of make the name of the movie. You see what I'm saying? Like most movies, I think they get the scenes together before they actually get the name of the movie.
Script writing, write the script.
Yeah.
Screenplay.
So,
I should be a A&R. I love all. Yeah, I love all y'all singing putting together a bunch of toxic albums. Bunch of toxic albums y'all will be putting together. You know what I mean? Speaking of toxicity, again, I want to dig into this, but not too much. Not too much on this, maybe. But how much you think? Like, this is a general question for all y'all. Like, how much y'all think carrying baggage into a new situation could affect like a relationship? Because a lot of people carry baggage into relationships and not know. So how do you think that could affect like situation, like just like a relationship in general? Just like how
what you mean, kids? Because I ain't taking care of kids.
No, man. I talking about baggage of a past relationship in terms of like.
It depends on how heavy your bags are, bro.
No, okay. All right,
You might have a like carry-on bike, and then you might have like two over 50-pound bike. You see what he's saying? Or you making too much sense.
Let me clarify this. Okay, traumas from past situations, traumas, and let's say experience. Because let me give a scenario. Say you come into a situation, you enter a new relationship, right? And you want to go to the strip club with your boys. Now, the female that you with, she don't approve of that. But you've been doing this for years now. And now that you're in this relationship with her, and you bringing it to the forefront that, hey baby, sometimes I like to go to the strip club maybe with my boys. She ain't for that. Maybe because it's something she has went through in the past where she, like her ex-boyfriend, probably cheated on her in the strip club. So that's a trauma for her now, right?
The stripping, blame it on the stripping.
So do you think that's something she should deal with before she get into that relationship?
Well, in that instance, that's something like you say, being in a relationship, it comes with communication. So you'd have to communicate to her like, hey, baby, I go to the strip club, and this is a chance to open up about a trauma and let them know like, hey, I don't really feel too comfortable about that because this would happen in the past, and then they can work that out with each other, and then come to some type of compromise about it, bro. Right. You know, that's what a relationship is, bro.
I agree with that. She still might not be too comfortable with that. So I'm talking in terms of before she head into that relationship. Should that be something she deal with before she head into a relationship? Like, should some people deal with themselves or deal with their traumas or their hurt before they step into a relationship?
Definitely, bro. If you're dealing with things that like you would class as traumatic, like those are things that I feel like you should get over before you decide to get into a relationship, because you wouldn't want to bring that in a new relationship and end the relationship just like in that instance, you know. But you killing your boyfriend vibe saying, oh, you can't go to the strip club because this and this is the case, you know. Like, that's weird, bro. That's just things like that you need to get over by yourself. Point blank. Before you decide to jump into a new relationship.
What you've been through is not nobody's problem, really, honestly. But if somebody care about you, they'll understand your triggers and try not to make you feel the same things again. But because you've been through that, don't mean you have to drag the next person through that.
Right.
And the cycle. Through the emotions, deal with it, get over it. Life goes on. Shit happens every day.
Yeah.
I just try to be logical and be realistic.
We say that.
But
that's how she people.
Easier said than done. Sure.
Yeah, what she say?
We gotta be cohesive here. Like everyone can't talk the same time.
Yeah, partner.
You
Yeah.
heard what she say? Logic and legitimacy.
Yep.
That's it.
You know that's your MO. That's
Hey, where's she from, boy? Which planet?
Which planet?
And you see you pray from a place of logic and not emotions. I mean, yes, human, you don't dismiss that you have emotions, yeah?
Yeah.
But be logical and make sense of the situation before you act stupid. You know, like
That's the problem with a lot of people.
Preach, Dwanae. Put that one in song. Preach.
That's the problem with some people. Like they don't self-awareness is a serious thing. A lot of people don't have that self-awareness to know. Some people don't even know they walking around with baggage. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing which you got to identify with. You know what I mean? And I feel like personally in a relationship, it's a companionship. So when you come together with someone, you should have these conversations with that person. And you should know these things to have the conversation. You can't
be realistic because naturally more women in the world than man. I mean, everybody likes pretty things. Like even women will look at other women and be like, "Wow, she look nice." But it's like, where are you taking that? Like, if my man looks, so what? I don't care. People around every day. If somebody else walk past, you're gonna look. Like what? Just because you feel like the woman maybe look better than you, you feel away. Calm down.
Right.
Just relax. It's
How
okay.
you feel about strip clubs, by the way?
We could go together. I don't care.
I ain't a big strip club guy. I like the food, but I ain't a big strip club guy.
I mean, it ain't a big deal.
So you watching your boyfriend get a lap dance right next to you?
And then what?
I mean,
hold on, you cool with that?
Lap dance right next to you.
You cool with that?
And now what?
You had that charm fettuccine.
Yeah, you know, hey, Mice, you know the vibes, Mice. Hey, Mice, you know the vibes.
The one before, the girl come to me because we was talking in a conversation. I said, I don't want it. If he wanted, then he said he don't want it. So I said, we don't want it.
Okay, let's keep it real now. You in the strip club with your boyfriend, stripper shaking her ass on this plate, no panties on. You cool with that?
I do not care.
What y'all going there for?
He slapping ass and you don't care? He slapping ass, you don't care?
I mean, that's right. What can Roy say that we go there to see ass? So
what y'all going there for?
Oh, period.
Bro.
Sounds
okay.
When you have a connection, things should not bother you unless you feel like the connection ain't there. Like, men see women every day. They don't have no emotional connection to these women. Like, it's nothing. Like,
you from a different planet for real. For real.
She's a Virgo.
Maybe you only talk like this because it's the podcast, but it's whatever.
Go read my book then.
She's a Virgo. That's all it is. We very logical.
You have to be logical.
I bring every girl to the strip club, though.
Huh?
You can't really take
strip club.
I ain't going to the strip club, to be honest with you, like that. Like, I ain't a big strip club fan.
Yeah, I ain't a strip club fan either, but
go sometimes, so let's go.
I guess I'll go.
I'm taking my girl. I mean,
you wouldn't take your girl? Why not? You on wild out?
A wild out, dog.
Yeah, you on wild out. you on boy Saban there. That's why.
Yeah, that's my, you on
blow wild
to go home. I will get hard to go home. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
I saw myself, and I don't think nobody can talk me. So
that's why
it is.
That's why I really bring that up, because, like, say you in a relationship, some girls, you can't go to strip club unless I go. But when we go to strip club, you don't want me to touch anyone. Like, what we here for? You know what I mean?
Yeah, real right.
Yeah, it's crazy, but
I don't want people to
terminate the compromise, bro. Terminate the compromise. I can teach you want to do things, Terminate the compromise, bro.
That's what people need to realize. Like, when you're in a partnership, when you're in a relationship with someone, that's a partnership. So compromisation is a very important thing in a relationship.
But sometimes you could terminate that bitch, and that's what I just told you. Terminate that bitch sometimes. terminate the compromise. You definitely.
Yo, Mike, you know what I'll ask you? You was my boy, right? When you could change, bro? When you could change? Like when you could change, bro?
What you mean?
Like what's going on? Like what's going on?
We change every day, bro. You know how feelings fickles are.
You single?
No.
Oh, you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that, dog. I didn't know that.
Neither did I.
I didn't know that talk here shit. See?
Bro.
See
yeah,
why you?
Man, that's the bed. That's my quarantine bed. Yeah,
I did not know that. Congratulations. Wow. See now, I feel like I's the only single one on this podcast.
I didn't know you were single.
Well, for now that is.
Yeah, you know, mine's a no snow.
Yeah.
Strong bird.
You're off the calendar now. You're off the market, you know.
Actually, contrary to popular belief, I am not a Gyalist. That's what people believe. But you know, that's not the case.
What you is then?
That's not the case. Wow. Hey, Dwanae, you see the friends I have, right?
Bro.
Like nobody's believing me. That's what I don't understand.
Bro, you know me anyway. I ain't gonna do it, bro. We keep it real, dog. You should keep it real too. And that's what the podcast want to keep it real.
But too.
I'm not a Gyalist.
All right.
Oh, fuck y'all, by the way. Just fuck
y'all.
Just fuck y'all. That's all. Y'all watch that. Huh?
That's if you play Gyalist Anthem by Vibes Pascal.
I wish I had a second laptop to play some tunes.
Alexa?
We're playing on my TV though. What y'all want to hear?
He like y'all so much he have Alexa and Siri.
That's the two biggest rivals.
Hey, hold on. But hold on. That's something we gotta get into. Just because I like female, I like the company and the presence of female, that doesn't mean it's something sexual. Like,
what you trying on with, buddy?
Yeah, that don't mean they trying to.
You trying to justify some shit, bro? Man, like Gyalist stuff. That's it.
You just don't
it's
like
fine. Yeah, it's fine. You see that?
We know that.
Like Monroe's fine, bro.
We know that, but I'm not a Gyalist. But anyway, yeah. Any of y'all watch the Jordan doc? Part 2, Part 3, Part 3, Part 4 came out.
Part 3, Part 4, yeah.
Y'all want to expound on that a bit? Y'all want deep dive into that?
Rodman, a bad man.
What type tree that is you looking at?
A what?
For him.
What's that? Hey, we gotten all this out, you know. I want you to believe I edited this whole segment right here.
No, let the people see the real you.
What the real me?
You have to love them.
Yeah, I got out the Gyalist.
Wow. I ain't believe y'all, but that's all right. That's
2,
cool.
4, 2.
Yeah, y'all watch Part 3, Part 4 the Jordan doc on Netflix and.
Yeah, I checked it out, bro. It's right like what's going. I told myself today, like, bro, this week coming up, I don't think I'm gonna watch it because those 2 episodes be running me hard, bro. I be wanting to see more than just 2 at a time, bro. They end weird to me. Bro.
They give you.
I gotta watch more than 2 of them. Huh?
They give you a good insight on, like, what I like about the documentary the most is how they highlighting not just Jordan, but the counterparts.
Yeah, different players.
Yeah, like who was a part of making the success the Chicago Bulls had. You know what I mean? I must say we got to give a lot of hype to Krause in terms of putting that team together and putting that organization in the place that they were to be successful. I like how they highlight Phil Jackson, Dennis Rodman, and in the last part, Dennis. It just gives a greater appreciation of who Jordan was as a person. Like, yeah, people might not cling to his personality off the court, but I feel like his presence on the court demanded so much respect that even if you didn't like him personally, you had to be a part. You had to be a test of his greatness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dennis was a Gyalist. If you watch that, Dennis was a Gyalist.
Yeah, he was a real. Now that was a
On the real
Gyalist.
Gyalist.
How you like that part?
Like who you know is taking vacation in the middle of the season. Like who you know?
He had
On the
comedy
real Gyalist.
backdrop and Madonna see him dying.
Yeah. That's some shit, eh? That's some shit.
When they was hot for real. And they was hot. On that time.
Yeah, but that dog, I mean, I'd like to see what they're about next week. You can see y'all have any insight on that? Like
I
anything
haven't
else?
as yet, so I.
You into sports? No?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is why I say 2 for 2.
Keep it well rounded like cursive, baby. Keep it well rounded like cursive, eh?
Yeah. But I mean that's it. I ain't got nothing else. I don't know if y'all have anything else. I ain't got nothing else. We had a great.
I had a great
nothing else right now.
show. This is very fun. It feels like I know y'all a long time. I like that. Like I can be myself and talk and have fun. I really like it. Feel like we actually in person talking right now.
Yeah, that's what the environment we're trying to create. We appreciate your presence. Glad to have you.
Yes.
Yes, glad
We
to have you.
appreciate the beautiful face.
Yes.
And that guy and that guy.
Like I said, we could plug all your information in. It was great having you. You're a wonderful talent. We're gonna be looking forward to some new music from you. So come with that soon. We need it. It's fire.
Don't kill no more niggas in the videos, please.
It depends. In my trunk and like do a thing. So
Right.
Do a thing.
I put them in the trunk, smoke by the back of the car, and then dry it off in the sunset, like right off in the sunset.
My lord, some flashing lights, Kanye West type shit. All right, I feel you. That's good though. But yeah, once again, I'd like to dedicate this episode to our essential workers. Y'all still doing a good job out there in these tough economic and I would say just tough times. Y'all holding it together for us. Everybody that's going through a rough time, either physically, just mentally, even financially, just hold it together. Keep your prayers. Our prayers are with you. I hope you have us in yours. I think it's gonna get better soon. It's gonna get better soon. Yeah, guys, it's another good podcast.
Hey, this was brought to you in part by Tuna Sandwiches and Wetsuits. Tito's.
Oh, but on the real, you know, everything you do, just try to keep peace, love, and light within it.
Stay safe.
Yep. Until next time, we out. Yeah, sanitize those hands. But we out, guys. We out.
Yes, sir.